What's happening, people, and once again, welcome back to CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts, as we launch another brand new series of videos. I'm really excited for this one. It's something I've had in the sort of plans for a hot minute, and I think the channel is now at a position where we can actually make this happen and make it something good rather than doing it a bit more early on when the following wasn't quite there to do it. This is called Ones to Watch. It's a brand new series where I'm going to be focusing in looking at the up-and-comers more so than the already established artists. I'm going to be going straight to the sort of labels and the different movements, obviously like Davido Music Worldwide, stuff like that, EmPawa Africa as well, all the different sort of labels that are around them, and looking at all the new faces that are popping up and reviewing them, and basically giving them some giving them some reaction stuff as well, which I'm looking forward to doing. We're going to hear some new people that we're not going to have heard on the channel before. It's exciting, so I am very much looking forward to it. As always, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment. We're going to try and turn this into a bit of a hub for new music as well as reacting to the more sort of established artists as well. We want to kind of showcase the platform we have and use it to showcase other artists as well that are currently on the come up. So let's get into this one. We're going to get into an artist called Fave. This one is Baby Riddim. I believe this one has just dropped on EmPawa Africa, so we're going to have a look at it and see how it sounds. Without further ado, let's jump into it. Nice and skippy. I like the floaties, very floaty textures. Very nice. So there we go. This one, Baby Riddim, as I said, I haven't heard anything from Fave before. I'm hoping with this series I'm going to become very familiar with a lot of these artists and be able to actually follow their journeys. But again, very nice instrumental structure so far. Actually quite dancehall-y in the way it's structured. Very skippy, using very kind of simple melodies like da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Very simple melodies, but it's creating a nice sense of space. I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes.
Steady your fist drop for me. I wanna take a picture so this could last longer for me.
He's got a wicked voice.
Take my secrets, got them like precious money. Never want to hear you quiet.
Yeah, this is cold. I think the most important thing that I find for new artists when they're starting out, or not even starting out, I don't know how far into their careers a lot of these artists are going to be, but for the first time coming across them a lot of the time, the thing that makes them stand out is having a unique vocal tone. Fave definitely has that. She's got that unique sort of ring to her voice. It's kind of mid-range, it's quite husky, but it definitely carries very well. And obviously, you can have the best voice in the world, but if it doesn't sound unique, then there isn't really much point in having such a good voice. You know, you need to have that unique tint to it, and she definitely has that. Instrumental sounding good. She's using the melodies well. It sounds good.
So I write songs for you, and I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, picking the knees. Cause when I see you, I feel
really minimal on the drums.
Yeah, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, picking the knees. Cause when I see you, I feel.
This is really nice, man. I'm loving the direction. Again, very minimal on the drums. Again, I don't know how established Fave is after this. It's the first time I've heard her. It's the first time reacting to it. And obviously, when I say sort of up-and-comers, I don't mean any offense by that. I purely mean I haven't come across them yet. It's that simple. But she's great, man. I'll be very surprised if she hasn't already got quite a big following. She sounds really clean, clearly very comfortable in what she's doing. She comes across well in the video. And on top of that as well, she has a really kind of just swaggy kind of texture to her voice. The way she's just kind of slowly maneuvering over this with apparent ease bodes really well. And again, the drums very minimal, not much going on rhythm wise, but she's able to kind of supply that extra space with the harmony she's stacking up vocally. This is intriguing to me. Woo! Alright then. This is sick, man. I'm trying to think who it reminds me of. It reminds me of almost like the instrumental is very similar to kind of like a Notes maybe instrumental, or a Rams, or one of those sort of UK heads who's worked in this sort of area before. It's got quite a UK tint to it, the instrumental style, and it works really nicely. Very synthy, very electronic, but she's carrying it really nicely with her vocal tone. She's adding that human element in her performance. Great stuff so far. Yeah, wicked production. Video's cool as well. Always down for a dance routine. I think what the instrumental does very well on this, obviously we're here to kind of discuss the artist more than anything else, but I always have to touch on the instrumental. I come from a production background and it's the thing that I kind of can associate with most. I definitely think the instrumental, the thing that's cool about this is the minimalism, but then when you start to add extra sort of guitar riffs and melodies in there, it just adds a whole extra layer of kind of movement, a whole extra layer of expansion, and it works really, really nicely, especially as we're like halfway into the tune now. We're still hearing new elements, always a good sign.
So I write songs for you. They come left and right, but I don't care. Pop up, they are frosty. They leave you, but I die there. No more milk come out, cause you are my only strength.
Very dancehall, I'd say. This one definitely leads on the instrumental side and on the rhythm side, on the general instrumentation side. It leans a lot more towards dancehall than a more sort of typical Afrobeat sound, I'd say. And on that as well, there are definitely elements of this that do remind me of what's the name of the instrumental? It's the one that was used for Ramping Shop, and it was also used on a Neo tune. I can't remember the name of the instrumental, but there's elements of that in there with the sort of plucked guitars and things like that. That's the first thing that springs to mind, but it sounds great. That bass line slaps as well, becoming more apparent as the tune grows. There's something really cool about this as well. She isn't kind of shrinking as the instrumental grows. I think that's a really good sign. The fact that she's kind of adding, these extra elements are being added into the general composition, and she doesn't seem to be drowned out by them. She almost becomes louder. She becomes more live the more that gets involved in the instrumental. That's a really good sign. 'Cause it means the tune is all about her rather than the sort of instrumental she's going over. And sometimes you'll find when tunes start to sound big and epic, the voice starts to matter a little bit less. Her voice is getting stronger the entire way through, especially on a harmonic sort of tip. Video's really clean. I love the way it's been shot as well, all these sort of solo dance patterns, or solo duo dance patterns going on. The lighting looks great as well. It's got a very kind of suave, very bougie texture to the way it's been put together. I think this is a great piece of work, man, on every level, both the actual tune, the video itself. It's a nice kind of marriage as well between audio and visual, the way it's been put together.
My baby, all the things I need. My baby, bust up the silence. My baby, bust up the silence. So big, that's it, yeah.
Nice. Just listen to the general sort of instrumental flavour going on here. Loads of layers, really spacey. And it just keeps growing as well. It's really, really nicely put together. I think she's a fantastic accompaniment, but you can't not credit the production value on this one at the same time. It's a really nice sort of duo of work, like the way it's been tied together. I think this is a really good way to kick off this series, actually. I think we are about to get to the end, so we're going to let it run out, and then we'll give a quick final breakdown. Directed by The Alien. I've seen The Alien recently on a directing level. Just let it run through to the end. There we go. I really enjoyed this one. I've got to say, a great way to kick off this brand new series, ones to watch. Now, as always with this channel, I'm always keen to make sure you guys are getting involved. So please do leave your requests for this in the comment section down below if there's any artists you feel that are on the come up, specifically not established artists as much, more sort of artists that are on the come up that we haven't featured on the channel before. Please do let me know in the comments down below. We want to try and make this new series a bit of a hub for finding new talent and finding new artists, and obviously giving them allowing, not trying to think of the best way to put it, giving them an extra space, an extra promotional tool more than anything else. I'm keen to support new music, as I always am on The Breakfast Show as well. As well as that, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. And that'll be it from me. I've got loads of reactions to do in the morning, so I shall see you all then. Have a good one. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.